hasn't had a team like this that he doesn't have enough help. He doesn't have help on his team. So the guys got to pick it up. We got to figure out what's going to happen today. Whatever happens today is what's going to be the future of LeBron James. And that's what, you got to see. You got to see.
Now, you said the future of LeBron James. We know free agency is coming up this summer. Rumors that the Lakers are trying to grab him and PG. They have room in the salary cap. Do you see that possibly happening? Do you see LeBron actually going to the West Coast?
Anything can happen. I do. People don't look at everything. His son just committed to Sierra Canyon, which is in the valley of LA. That's where his son is going to go to school with Scottie Pippen's son and Kenyon Martin's son. So that's a move that they're going to make. And I don't think if everybody looks at it, at a son at that age, you don't want to be away from him for that period of time. During the time that we're having basketball, it's school time. Right. And I think that he needs a father during that time, and that's it. I don't think LeBron is that type of parent. I think he wants to be around his son a lot, see his son a lot play. So that's going to play a key factor too. And then people don't get it either. He's been saying this for the last year or so. His family is going to dictate where he goes and his last days in basketball. So that might be a stepping point for him to go to the LA, but we don't know. We got to wait. If he wins the championship, it's hard to leave Cleveland after winning the championship or going back to the finals.
LeBron in the West, though, that's going to cause a whole different dynamic.
Well, then everybody will be in the West, but you got to understand. Some of the good teams are in the West. You got Golden State, you got Houston. Utah has made a great stride towards things. New Orleans has made a great stride towards things. So you look at these teams, you got OKC, but you look at these teams and then say, LeBron, come over here. Which team would be a good fit for him? Right. Would it be the Clippers? Would it be the Lakers? Which one would be a good fit for him? See what happens, And then we're talking about a legacy too. Right. If everybody's trying to compare him to Michael Jordan, which I don't think should ever be happening, if he keeps thinking about it and he says, what's my legacy? Do I go to one of these teams, build them up, put them into a championship type of mode, get them to the championship, and then what everybody's going to say, okay, he led another team to a championship, then that puts him in the legacy category.
Now, how do you feel about Kyrie Irving possibly being the X factor in this Cavs and Celtics series? The fact that he's out, he was with Cleveland. You see how much that team misses him in this particular series. I mean, all season long, but in this season in particular. I mean, this series.
Well, LeBron always had that second scorer, which was him. You see what Boston did. Boston has adjusted really well. They got the boy Rozier now that's playing very, very well. You got Tatum and you got Brown who's playing very, very well. So LeBron misses him because the simple fact is that he doesn't have that X factor help to bring him up. You know what I'm saying? When Kyrie was hurt a lot last year with the Cleveland Cavaliers and then came back, you can see the same thing that was happening then. But Boston is doing very well without him. They're going to have a big problem if they make it to the finals this year, and then they got to see what they're going to do with that. So are we going to ship Rozier off, or are we going to put him in a second? Right. What about when Hayward comes back? See, they got a lot of things. They got a lot of things going on with. So I think LeBron is just that he has never had a cast like this, which guys haven't stepped up the way he wants them to step up.
Now, before we started the interview, I told you that you were one of my favorite players along with Kevin Garnett. Now, I watch you guys, Area KG?
Area 21.
Area 21. Now, I have to disagree with you guys saying that my girl Candace Parker was traveling on that up and under.
So what do you call it? What do you call it?
It's called establishing a pivot foot.
So which pivot foot are you going to establish? Now let's think about it. She didn't establish one pivot foot, right? And she didn't never put the ball down on the floor. So which one is your pivot foot? Which one can you pick up?
The one that you didn't move.
Okay, she moved both.
But when she moved both, she went up.
She had to step and get to the bucket. You remember, she was turned around. Right. And you have to turn around and face
now
and
listen,
get there.
I lost like 2 hours of sleep arguing with people about this on Facebook. I guarantee you, I started tagging all the referees that used to call games when I played basketball.
And what did the referee say?
He said it ain't trouble.
Yes, it is a trouble. You know it is a trouble.
It's not a trouble.
But you know why? It's a controversy right now because what are we doing with this Euro steps and all this stuff right now?
James Harden travels.
A lot of people don't call a lot of calls.
Yeah,
so it's up towards the referee to make that call.
Just depends on who's calling the game.
So it depends on who's calling the game. Now, but if we go and dissect the film on every time and put it in slow motion, what will it be? It'll be a travel. So it's so fast that you can't see it and they let it go.
No, look, I was slowing it down, pausing, because I don't like losing arguments. Like, I literally lost like 2 hours of sleep, and I was kind of pissed. I couldn't get those hours back. I was like, man, I'm really up here arguing with complete strangers about this pivot foot. I'm serious. I was tagging referees and everything, but you know, we're gonna agree to disagree. You're still my favorite for now.
I think I'm glad to hear
You gonna
that.
take
I'm
that?
glad to hear. I'll take that.
Are you coming back to the Big Three?
I am coming back to the
Okay.
Big Three. Yes, we start on June 22nd in Houston, and it's going to be a good season. You know, my team lost in the championship last year. I've added 3 good basketball players that I think that's going to really help me. So I think that's going to be a good. I'm going to try to make another run at the championship and see what happens.
So you guys, you hear that? Make sure you check out Ice Cube's Big Three tournament. See when they're coming to your city. You guys aren't coming to Charlotte this year, but you're going to Atlanta.
We're going to Atlanta.
So I'm definitely going to catch up with you somewhere.
We're close with you. I mean, Chicago. What else we got? We got Dallas.
Right.
We got a couple of cities that's going to be real. We're in Toronto. We're in Boston. We're in Oakland. Where else we at? We're in Brooklyn. We're in a lot. Miami.
So
we're in a lot of good cities.
maybe next time I run into you, you'll change your mind
About the Euro
about that being a travel. I'm not giving up. I don't give up easy.
Hey, listen. Candace was mad at us about
Oh,
the
she was
situation.
pissed. You saw how
And
she walked off?
That's my girl. And she was mad at us. But she gets away with it. So it is what it is. Candace, you know what's going on.
Candace, I had your back, girl. That you established a pivot foot. You didn't pick it up until the ball left your hands. I'm going
Without
with
a
it.
dribble.
I'm going
Without
with
a
it.
dribble.
She's just efficient. Why waste the dribble if you don't have to?
Well, then, why don't you just go on and take the ball from the other end of the floor?